Hello again. This is the second video on the creation of cohesion. As you know, we've got lexical cohesion, we've got grammatical cohesion, and rhetorical cohesion. And this video is about grammatical cohesion. Now, there are different ways of creating grammatical cohesion in a text. For example, using reference through the use of pronouns, the use of articles. I'll show you an example of this in a minute. You can also substitute clause elements in using words like so, not, do, does, or did, which is contributing to the condensation of a text or the meaning of a text. You can also use ellipses of clause elements or leaving out clause elements, and you can use conjuncts or text connectives, as Bianca calls them. They can be additive, they can be adversative, they can be causal or temporal, indicating what the reader is going to expect next. There's also comparatives, and finally we can use tenses to create cohesion. Now let's look at our example again, and in the first example that I'm going to show you, it is the use of pronouns in the text written about Obama and Helle Thorning's behavior at Nelson Mandela's memorial service. The pronouns he, his, and himself are used to avoid repeating Obama's name all the time. So we can see throughout the text that we have a reference going from he here throughout the text, sort of indicating or weaving in the meaning in this text. Another example is the ellipsis, the leaving out clause elements, and in this case it seems to make Obama's fall from being the leader of the free world, etc., into becoming a frat boy on a road trip to a strip bar, that it is the leaving out clause elements make these two positions that Obama is in even further apart, or it makes his fall worse because we get the contrasts physically closer, because we leave out who is, he lost, and he lost, even though we could have grammatically correctly have written that, but that would have taken more space to do so. If we look at the tense used in this text, we would see that the overall tense is the past tense, but again, the author here is establishing a contrast between what Obama is and what happened the previous day at the memorial service. So the present tense leads is what he should be, or what he is, and the contrast into he lost his morality and he giggled and whispered and flirted, that creates or that reinforces the story of the big fall of the president. These are some examples of grammatical cohesion, and stay tuned for the next video.